Hello, every pony. All 23 of you, welcome back. A whopping one of you coming from Pregnant with a Demon scene. I wish I was making that up. Classic YouTube cinema aside, this video is going to be less of a shitpost and more of a, serious discussion, as I'm sure the title would suggest. I know that, commentary YouTube is so overdone. I could go on my For You page and find one right now. So I'll try and, spice it up, because I'm not going to try and be one man just talking about some random, the blank situation is crazy. That's so overdone. There's no point in trying to do that. But I'm so early on in my understanding of this platform and everything that I have nothing else to offer besides either a quick shit post or, of course, the classic 20-minute long random ass man talking over gameplay. I'm also going to try and keep it family friendly because I know a lot of people don't care, but I don't want to single out the group of people that might be sensitive to curse words and stuff, so I'll try my best to censor it out, especially since YouTube doesn't take kindly to people saying naughty words. But enough about that. I want to talk about Payday 3 and the state of development that it's in and where it's going to be in the future. Like I said earlier, I know no one knows who I am, and they don't really care about the input of a random man, but I don't see a lot of people talking about this game, and I feel like that's doing it kind of a disservice. And every time they are talking about it, they're just being super critical. Or not even critical, they're just dogging on it. Which, yeah, it had a dicey launch at best, and even still, it's not in the state that it should be in, especially 2 years past launch. I definitely get dogging on it, trust me, because it was an unfinished mess, and they should have postponed the release. But at the same time, it's a good game. Now, it's definitely far from Game of the Year, but it's still a fun and enjoyable game, and I could honestly see any, layperson just having a really good time playing it. But this is coming from a perspective 2 years post-launch, which, at that point, should the developers even bother trying to revive a game with such a bad public image? I seriously hope so, because I love this game, and this is coming from someone who pre-ordered it for 70 bucks. Am I saying this as a cope? Maybe. But I genuinely have a fun time every time I play this game, and I really want to see it do better. I genuinely have a blast. This isn't just me being oh, I spent 70 bucks on this game, so I need to like it. It's actually fun, especially in comparison to its predecessors. Some of my best memories playing video games are playing with my friends in Payday 2, but the core gameplay of Payday 2 is abysmal, especially in comparison to Payday 3. Yeah, it's serviceable, but anyone who has played it can tell you that dying on Shadow Raid 20 billion times because they detected a guard's body through a wall is ridiculous. It's just not fun. Losing 30 minutes of progress to jank is not fun. And I think one of the places that Payday 3 shines is in the core gameplay. The gunplay and the movement is just so much better than Payday 2 and Payday the Heist combined. It just really adds a lot more to the experience. For example, in Payday 3, it feels a lot more like a modern game. The sliding and the running combine to make a fluid motion, and it feels satisfying to dodge enemy attacks or go to certain spots in the map. It's hard to put into words how much of an improvement the movement is over Payday 2. It's really something you just have to experience for yourself. This is probably likely because Payday 2 was made in the Diesel engine, a literal driving game engine, and so movement was probably hard to make. But as I said, it's serviceable. But Payday 3 really steps it up from Payday 2. Of course, there's a lot more to a game than just movement, and one of the key features to Payday's mechanics has always been the perks. Now, perks were introduced in Payday 2, and they made a return in Payday 3. They were in the game on launch, but they weren't exactly the same as they were in Payday 2. In Payday 2, you had perk decks and perk trees. In Payday 3, they just made these things called skill lines, which were glorified perk decks, but you didn't need to have the base skill all the way on the left to equip the thing all the way on the right. If it sounds confusing, that's because it was. Since launch, they've replaced it with the Skills 2.0 system, which is literally just the skill tree system for Payday 2. But the skill lines, which don't get me wrong, is a great change. But why didn't we start with that? I feel like this disastrous launch could have been avoided if they just made Payday 3 a sequel to Payday 2 instead of trying to make it its own thing. Obviously Payday 3 is a sequel to Payday 2, but it feels like they were just trying to make it completely different just for the sake of making it completely fucking different. Like, it served no purpose. For example, in all the launch heists, they have no memorable, I know everyone says this, they have no memorable set pieces. Like in Payday 2, I remember climbing up the crane and dropping a fucking piggy bank through the bank. That was awesome. Nothing like that is in Payday 3. And I think they wanted to take a more grounded approach. They wanted to go back to Payday the Heist. They wanted to make it more realistic and gritty and serious. But who the hell wants that? Who wants a serious shoot-'em-up game about robbing banks? That's boring. I want a game where I rob a car shop and drive the car straight through the front glass. That is Payday. And I think that's Payday to a lot of people, which is why they're so upset it's so, grounded and low stakes in Payday 3. But honestly, since launch, Payday 3 has gotten a lot better set pieces. Like, for example, you shut down a rogue AI, break into a police station, break in and hack Wall Street. You can even do Hoxton Breakout, but not complete dog shit. Aww. But the thing about all the heists I just mentioned is that they're all paid DLC. Which, come on, guys. I get that you need to make this profitable, but you're not exactly making your public view better by making the only good heists post-launch paid. At this point, they're starting to think that the heist is being played on them. But like I said earlier, that's what everybody has been saying and dogging on Payday 3 for, which they're entirely justified for doing. But it's still a good game. I mean, Payday 2, I don't know if anyone remembers, it was not the best on launch, but it's now remembered as one of the best horde shooters of the generation. It was made good post-launch. And I really hope that they pick up the torch again with Payday 3, because fundamentally, the whole reason I love this game so much is it's way better than Payday 2 in every regard, core gameplay-wise. If you took a rat and made him play Payday 2 versus Payday 3 on the same heist, he would easily take Payday 3 any day of the week. It's just better in every regard except for the heists themselves. Which, no shit, I sure hope so. It's a sequel. But I think a lot of people forget Payday 3 fundamentally is a great game. It just needs a little work when it comes to the heists themselves and the aura around it. All this dogging to say, I have very high hopes. Just like in this video, all the bad stuff is in the past. If they learn their lesson, they pick up their bags and they move on, they have the fundamentals to make a perfect Payday game. They could have the comeback of the decade when it comes to video games. All they need to do is take their beatings, learn their lesson, and work from the ground up. The game itself already is so fun, even with the heist we have in the game now. I have over 150 hours in this game because it is just that fun to replay. Does that speak more on my brain damage or the actual fun levels of the game? I will let you guys decide that. But they have such a good foundation. They have a loyal fan base. They have a great fundamental game. They even have a lot of good heists right now. They just need to keep moving forward and keep chugging off that steam. All they need to do now is just blow the public out of the water and dig themselves out of the hole that they have dug with the shitty launch of the game. But I genuinely believe that there is something so good here that they can do that. Whether or not they will is a different story entirely, but I have such high hopes for the future that I really hope that they can blow this game out of the water because it's so fun and I don't want to see it stop getting updated because it's just has so much potential. This has basically been my message to the general public to just stop dogging on the game so much. Not even to stop dogging on it, just to give it a chance because I promise you it is very fun. And I think that Starbreeze obviously deserved the slack they got for the condition the game was released in, but I think they have learned their lesson. And now, of course, the ball is entirely in their court. They just need to turn public opinion around. This is just me trying to get, some people to try the game and realize it's not that bad. It was a shit launch for sure, but it's not that bad now. Especially if it gets updates, it could be a really good game, and I hope other people see that. I just hope that the combined public opinion and developers' effort turn around to make this one of the best comeback stories of all time, because I love the Payday franchise, I love Payday 2, and I love Payday 3, and I really hope to see this franchise and Starbreeze as a company turn around and make a phenomenal product. Thank you all for watching my first genuine attempt at making some semblance of a video. If you enjoyed yourselves, feel free to do the YouTube thing. Like and subscribe. And share me with your friends and family, particularly the elderly. I want to get a record high of elderly viewers. I'm trying to reach a niche here. But if you enjoyed it, be sure to like and subscribe like all YouTubers say. It makes me want to do it more. So if you want to see more, do that to endorse me and make me want to do it.